Yo, what is up guys? My name is Illusive, and today we're going to be talking about a Nightcloak skill and build guide. Exactly how you should build, and just kind of a guideline for the people that don't know. And then also, obviously, you can alter this how you want to whenever you get in game and with your playstyle, if you want this more damage, if you want this more tanky. But this is the most tankiest build form of it. Now you could do something like the right here I have cloth, but you can do a plate variant of it if you want. Just alter some of the things, which I'll tell you what you can alter to turn it into a plate variant if that's what you want. Now I'm gonna have this link down in the description, and I'm sorry I'm late with this guide. I know a couple people have been asking for a Nightcloak build guide, and I am very sorry for how late it is. I have been doing PTS and just trying to get videos from PTS as much as I can, because we are almost just a week from launch. I think we're a week in like 3 days or something from launch. So I got a lot to do. I have a lot to do, especially I have work, so I have a lot to cram in a week of uploading and recording. But that's out of the way. Let's talk about Nightcloak. So Nightcloak is occultism, oromancy, and witchcraft. It is a heavy CC tank. It's not going to do too much damage, but it is going to have a lot of CC and mobility, and then depending on how you build with this, you're going to have a lot of tank as well. So this is around the 10k gear score mark, and you have about 1400 stamina, which is really what you want if you're going at tank. You have 85% cast speed and then 5.8 movement speed. You also have almost 15k physical defense and almost 13k magic defense with 600 magic attack. Now starting at the hood, you want to load it with defense gems. This is if you're going cloth. Now if you are going plate, if you are wanting to do plate, you can go let's get the plate helmet right here. There it is. If you're wanting to go plate, you can put the magic defense gems in there, and you can do that. But we are going to go cloth. I would highly suggest cloth. So let me put the hood back on here. And so, yes, you will be wanting to go cloth. Or if I was doing Nightcloak, I would personally go cloth, but you can also do it on plate. Like I said, you can just do that and change a little bit around. But you will want the defense gems if you're going cloth, and then magic defense gems if you're going plate. The synthesize effects, you want stamina, melee damage reduction, and resilience. Now, if you are going plate, you want magic damage reduction where the melee and range damage reductions are. So just if you see any damage reduction, change it to magic if you have plate, and melee and ranged if you have cloth. Most of the gear pieces are on here on the same, so it's mostly going to be just me repeating what it is on there. So I'm just going to explain it once and then just go through it, and then once there's a new stat, I'll explain that. So for the shirt, you're going to want resilience gems. Now resilience gems help negate crit damage with archers, so that's going to help, or melees as well, crit damage with that. So that's going to help a lot. You also want range damage reduction on here if you're going cloth, or magic, like I said, if you're going plate. You also want stamina and resilience for the synthesize effects. Now for the sash or the belt, you want the defense gem, or the defense gems. You also want, for the synthesize effects, you want stamina, toughness, and receive healing. Now receive healing is going to help you in that heavy RVR fight where your healers are constantly healing you. You're going to have a lot more sustainability if you're getting more healing. Now for the sleeves, you want the defense gems. You also want stamina, receive healing, and toughness, same as the belt. For the gloves, you want defense gems again, as well as stamina, melee damage reduction, and resilience. For the cloak, you are going to want the bastion cloak for more max health, as well as for the synthesize effects, you want max health, received healing, and resilience. For the pants, you are going to want to socket it out with toughness, as well as the synthesize effects. You are going to want stamina, range damage reduction, and resilience. Now the range damage reduction is going to help, especially since you have some melee damage. You want some range damage reduction, because rangers are going to kind of be the mage counter in 6.0, 6.1, and 6.2. I think we're skipping 6.1 and going straight to 6.2. So they're going to be a pretty good mage counter, especially if you don't build that physical defense, or the damage reduction. Now for the shoes, you're going to want resilience, as well as stamina damage reduction, or melee damage reduction, and resilience as well for the synthesize effects. Now for the underwear, you're going to want defense gems, as well as for the synthesize effects, you're going to want defense, max health, melee damage reduction, and toughness. The max health is going to help you. If you see right here, we have 42,000, almost 43,000 health, which is pretty good. And then for the uniform, or the costume, you're going to want defense, health, cast time, and movement speed. Now the cast time is going to help you get things off like the bubble much faster, as well as anything else that really needs casting, as well as the movement speed is going to help you get into a group faster. You can run in there, and then just pull everyone, so it's going to help with that. You're also going to want the Archeum Evernight necklace for the decreased received damage, the stamina, the toughness, and the focus. And you can also use it to create a protective ward for your caster and allies in a 2-meter range. But it's mostly for the stamina and received damage, as well as the toughness. Now for the earrings, you don't have to go Nori yet. You can go, I think it's Anad Wave. Anad Wave for the decreased damage, the received damage, or the lightning earrings. But you can go Wave or Lightning if you don't have Nori yet, if you want to go crafted earrings. And then for the synthesize effects, though, on the Noria, you're going to want stamina and defense for both of those. You're also wanting to get the Dream Ring for the extra stamina, as well as a little bit of the magic defense pin and the increased skill damage, but mostly you want it for that little bit of stamina. For the ring, you're going to want a lightning one for more max health. And then for your main hand, you are going to want a Sceptre and fully load it out with the defense gems and have stamina, attack speed, and cast time on it. You're going to want a little bit of attack speed, not much, just a little bit to help you with your global cooldowns. And then for the shield, you're going to want the physical defense shield if you're going cloth, and if you're going plate, you're going to want the magic defense shield. You're going to want to fill max health gems on it with stamina, evasion, and shield block rate. Now you don't have that much evasion, but 5% evasion is going to help a little bit, as well as there's not really much else you can take. You could get magic attack if you want that, or movement speed, but I think the evasion is just going to help just a little bit. It's not going to help much, but it's going to help a little bit, that where it might make a little bit of a difference. You also want shield block rate on there for the extra shield block rate. For the bow, you're going to want defense loaded in that with stamina, attack speed, and cast time. And then same with the flute, you're going to want the defense gems in there with stamina, shield block rate, and movement speed. Now once again, if you're going plate, change out all the defense pin, or not the defense pin, the defense gems with magic defense gems. And as well as the melee damage reduction and the range damage reduction, change that out for magic damage reduction. As well as the shield, change that out for the magic defense shield. Alright, so let's look at the stats here. Right here you have... No, okay, here it is. For the shield block rate, you have around 30%, 5.5 evasion, 8.7k resilience, 2.7k toughness, and then 15% melee damage reduction, and then 12% range damage reduction, and then 7% magic damage reduction. Now I don't know if this is received healing right here. But if that is so, then that is... Let's see. Okay, that is not received healing, so let's go here. I think the other received healing was... Costume? No. Okay, so just these two parts have received healing, and that would be about 10% more healing that you get with those two. Now, with the cloth buff, you do get, for the divine cloth, you get more skill damage, but with the plate, you're going to get more HP. As well as with the cloth set, you're going to have more movement speed and less casting delay, and it decreases duration of all buffs. I can't speak apparently. But for the skills, this is the skills that I have laid out with some of the ancestrals. As it is occultism, oromancy, and witchcraft. So for witchcraft, the ones that you definitely want to take are these four right here, which is Shadow Step, Shadow Vortex, the Wraith, and then the Hellspear. Now you can switch these up. You don't need Play Dead and Vengeance. You can honestly get instead of Play Dead, you can get like Crows, and then instead of Vengeance, you can get that, and then instead of Play Dead, you can get let's see, you can have extra movement speed, or not movement speed, extra movement ability with Mirror Warp. So there's a couple things that you can do. I think just for the little extra damage, you can do the Death's Vengeance and Play Dead. But you're going to want the Shadow Step to get into a fight pretty well, Shadow Vortex to group up people, and then after that you can Hellspear them, or you can summon a Wraith. This is the Ancestral Wraith, where it casts on a target location. As well as you can have Thwart to have increase absorb damage, as well as it debuffs enemies. So whenever you go in, you can thwart and it'll debuff them all. As well as Vicious Implosion to pull people. Comet Boom for the movement speed it gives you, as well as any allies that are on it as well. It gives movement speed. The Conversion Shield converts 42% of received magic damage to health, so it's going to have a little bit more magic defense, technically. And then for the Teleport, this is the chance of a double teleport there with Ancestral. Shrug It Off, that just cancels some of the CC, as well as it grants you more magic damage reduction. For the Bracing Blast, that just pushes enemies away, as well as it grants you more magic damage reduction, which is... You could go plate just because you get so much magic damage reduction from your abilities, but with cloth, a little extra movement speed is going to help, as well as just the casting delay. And then the physical defense, just with socketing those gems, you have 15k. You have more than the magic defense you get from the cloth set, which is pretty good. And then with Earthen Grip, pretty self-explanatory, just a snare. Now there is one thing I believe, instead of getting, or one of the ancestrals here is the Witchcraft. I believe it's this one, and I couldn't, like, it's not translated, and I heard someone say this one should be a good one for Nightcloak. Now I'm not sure exactly what it does. I think someone said it's in like a small AoE Earthen Grip. I'm not too sure on that, so don't quote me on that, but that might be another good ancestral skill. And then also the bubble with the ancestral skill, what it does is you cast a little target on the ground, and if they walk in it, they get bubbled. It's a shorter cast time. I believe it's shorter. No, it's the same cast time, but you just place that down, and then whenever they walk into it, they'll get bubbled. You also have Dahuda's Breath for the extra damage, as well as it pushes away enemies, and it kind of CCs them just tiny bit. It delays, or it cancels cast time and channel skills, as well as Stillness. You can silence enemies, so whenever you teleport in, thwart, or Vicious Implosion, thwart, Stillness, and then you can Banshee Sphere them, which this Banshee Sphere, basically the Earth one, Ancestral Skill, it adds a movement speed delay, so that helps, as well as so you can just teleport in, Vicious Implosion, Silence, Thwart, or Hell Spear, Thwart, Banshee Sphere, and then Wraitham, and then Shadow Vortex. So you can do a lot of things. You have a whole lot of CC with this class, and that's why I think it's going to be really, really good in RVR, even though you're missing defense. You are still really, really tanky, as you can see here. But I just wanted to do a video showing you guys what I think would be a good Nightcloak build. I will be posting this down in the description so you can look at it, alter it how you want to, and just have it as a guideline for you on release. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy the video, remember to sub, like the video, and turn on that little notification bell so you know when I upload more ArcheAge Unchained content, which I'm going to be doing a whole lot of as soon as I can. Whenever I can upload, I'm going to be uploading. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.